Compare that to State Farm, Geico, even Allstate. Call now for your free AAA full picture quote to find out how much you could save.
By switching over to AAA insurance, we saved over $450. So with our savings, he bought more equipment.
More money means more practice equipment.
In his world.
Why didn't we do this earlier? Why did it take so long?
We're a AAA family now.
AAA insurance allows us to do so much more with our kids and spend more time with them.
To find out how much you could save by switching to AAA insurance, call 877-384-9018 for your free AAA full picture quote today. You'll be glad you did.
From ABC 7, this is Eyewitness News.
Now at 11, holiday fun takes a terrifying turn. A 6-year-old boy is now fighting for his life after he's struck by a stray bullet. Plus, chaos on the 6th Street Bridge doesn't disappoint as dozens gathered to celebrate the 4th. And after all that celebrating last night, there's an air quality advisory in effect right now for for the most vulnerable Angelenos. Good morning. This is Eyewitness News at 11 a.m. live on ABC 7, Hulu, and wherever you stream. I'm Giovanna Lotta. Philip is off today. That 6-year-old boy, identified as Brian Robles Jr., is in critical condition after being hit by that stray bullet in South L.A. Eyewitness News reporter Irene Cruz joins us live from the scene with the latest. Irene.
Giovanna, family, friends, and neighbors all tell me they are terrified for this little boy. That stray bullet hitting him right here in this front yard. Heartbreak in South L.A. during the 4th of July. 6-year-old Brian Ivan Robles Jr. was just standing in the front yard celebrating the holiday.
There was just fireworks going off pretty much everywhere. It was kind of like unlike anything I've ever heard.
But amid the blasts, gunfire, a stray bullet hitting Brian in the head. This was the scene as first responders rushed him to the hospital. It happened before 9 p.m. on 40th Place. LAFD says he was not breathing or conscious when they first arrived. Jose says the little boy is in critical condition. If he lives, he's not going to be the same. But if he doesn't, you understand well what I'm saying. God willing, the little boy will live no matter what. Jose Cortez was shocked to hear the news and says his daughter plays with Brian. Brian's uncle says he is the youngest of 4 siblings. One neighbor who did not want to be on camera describes that little boy.
He was always playing. We actually seen him way before the accident happened. He was helping his mom sweep up the fireworks, and what's crazy, he had way much more to live.
Neighbors say this area has had its problems in the past.
A lot does happen here sometimes. There's been shootings. It's pretty crazy out here, I can say that.
Now, so far, no arrests have been made in this case, but law enforcement does tell us they do not believe this to be a gang-related situation. In the meantime, again, Brian is fighting for his life in critical condition. Reporting live in South L.A., Irene Cruz, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
Irene, thank you. And chaos on the 6th Street Bridge during the 4th of July. Dozens gathered on the structure, lit up in red and blue to set off fireworks. One man had quite the close call when a firework exploded near him. All of this happened as cars drove by, sometimes just feet away and on the wrong side of the road. A few people took in the sight on top of an arc, despite a teen falling to his death from the bridge in May. LAPD says they didn't have any reported calls or incidents from the bridge. An evacuation warning has been lifted for a brush fire sparked last night in the Inland Empire. The Bolo fire began shortly after 9:30 and burned through the hills and canyons of Beaumont. People in a few homes were told to leave, but they're now allowed back in. 8 acres burned and the fire is 70% contained. The cause is under investigation. A record-breaking crowd of soccer fans were treated to a dazzling fireworks show at the Rose Bowl. More than 82,000 fans packed into the Rose Bowl to watch the 20th edition of the El Tráfico matchup between LAFC and the LA Galaxy. The Rose Bowl decided to shift away from its traditional fireworks show after years of financial decline for the stadium. Despite not hosting America Fest, fans still seem to enjoy themselves.
The Galaxy started playing years ago. I lost my voice, but it was good to see them win here in Pasadena again.
A lot of fun. Seeing the fireworks show is really, really fun, and getting to see Galaxy beat AFC is a really fun experience.
The LA Galaxy, who called the Rose Bowl home from 1996 until 2002, went on to win, as you heard. They won the game 2-1. Air quality regulators are warning of potentially poor air quality because of all the 4th of July fireworks. An advisory is in effect today across LA, Orange, Riverside, and San Bernardino counties. People are being warned there could be high levels of airborne particles that could cause a variety of cardiovascular and respiratory problems. Experts say children, the elderly, pregnant women, and anyone with lung or heart disease are the most vulnerable.
An N95 mask will actually be able to help them to remove some of the air pollution out of the air before they can actually breathe it. So it's very helpful. Also, just staying indoors can also be helpful because you're not subjected to as much air pollution when you're indoors.
Experts also recommend using an air purifier to help filter particles indoors as well. And we're going to check in with Alex Cheney. He's got a look at our forecast, and still warm today, but then a cool down and then more heat.
There's a lot coming up here, so we're going to discuss all that coming up in the 7-day forecast. Hope everybody had a great July 4th weekend. Right now in the downtown area, it's currently about 75 degrees, so things will again be warm today, just as like they were yesterday on July 4th. Let's take a look out now at Malibu. The beaches yesterday retreated to some really nice sunny skies much earlier in the day, and today looks great as well. So 62 degrees right now in Malibu. Beach looks great. Not as many people as yesterday today at the Pacific Park, the Santa Monica Pier, as the roller coaster rolls on by, and we will head up to the deserts. Well, today is going to get close to about 100 degrees, but it's currently about 88 in the Palmdale area. Temperatures right now under some really nice sunny skies, 75 in Los Angeles, 77 degrees in Riverside right now. Palm Springs almost at the century mark at 97. The beaches with a little bit of sea breeze, 67 degrees in Santa Monica. Still to come in the 7-day forecast, we'll talk about this weekend, and then next week, Giovanna, looks like it's going to be another heat wave for Southern California. We'll see those hot numbers coming up.
All right, Alex, thank you. And here's a live look at LAX right now, where people are waiting to get back home. AAA projects close to 51 million Americans will have traveled 50 miles or more this Independence Day weekend.